You guys ready? I'll find it. Yeah, thanks.
Papi?
Yeah.
Are we going to bring our chocolate Frosties home?
No, we're going to eat them there, okay?
Inside?
Yep, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
That's what I was thinking.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yes, we are.
Hold on tight.
We are.
Hey there, Mr. Shoe. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. All right, we'll get you what you want. And I am at the soccer game. I actually thought I filmed this video. I did film this video at the state capitol last week, but I deleted like 800 pictures from my phone because I couldn't take any more pictures. And yeah, so here we are, long way from Chicago. It's kind of fitting. I am a long way from Chicago, but I hope to go, Mr. Shoe, to Chicago and see you when the ALA Midwinter Conference occurs. Sounds super fun. But I am here on my bicycle, Mr. Shoe, because I can't find my van key. And my kids had a youth soccer game, my daughters. So I had to pile 3 kids into a 2-kid bike stroller and bike them just a little over a mile. My kids are getting awfully big for that. So it's very exhausting. And now we're riding to the coffee shop to get them these little magic milk kid drinks that they have before we go home and relax. So, long way from Chicago. I know, Mr. Shoe, that you are a huge Richard Peck fan, and I know that he came to your school, and that's amazing. Cool that he won an honor and a medal for his work with A Year Down Yonder and A Long Way from Chicago. And I am a huge historical fiction fan, Mr. Shoe. I don't know. Not my favorite, and I feel guilty about that. I hate when I don't like books that are distinguished and books that win awards, but different books for every reader. So I'm not gonna beat myself up over that, and we'll be honest that it wasn't my favorite, but at the same time, I do appreciate his work, and know a lot of people like that book. So you're getting a nice tour of Albion, Mr. Shoe. How about I talk about what I read this week with my kids at school? It was really fun. I always forget, Mr. Shoe, how exciting it is to introduce students to I Want My Hat Back and This Is Not Your Hat. So that was just awesome. And we're talking about characters' motivations and how they drive the plot. And just perfect books. Felt like perfect books for that. And the kids were so into it. So that was exciting. My wonderful teaching partner, Mrs. Woolworth, she put together a grant this year where it's kind of like a one book, one school thing, but we are 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and she talks about, or she wrote a grant to get a bunch of picture books into classrooms so that every kid in the school would get a chance to all experience the same text. And I think she did that. There's a ton of books. I don't know if it was 10 books she did, or I don't know, but this is the second one. So every classroom in the school, the first couple weeks of school, read Journey, Aaron Becker's Journey. And then the second book was I Want My Hat Back. So every kid at Parma, either last week or this coming week, I believe, is reading I Want My Hat Back. And I just think it's a really cool grant. I feel very lucky to teach with such awesome people. We had Janet Tashin visit this past week, and Mr. I was going to be honest, I was super stressed and I was super worried about hosting 2 authors in the first 19 days of school. And we dedicated the first couple weeks of school to Mr. Engelberger's visit, and I thought that went really well. Sold a lot of books, and it was really fun. But then we had to turn right around and do a Janet Tashin visit, and we were having some issues with the book order and just figuring out the price of the books, and it was just some miscommunication and us trying to work out all the kinks. So we didn't send book orders home for a Friday visit until Monday. And as of Thursday, I had seen 1 book order, Mr. Shoe, so I was terrified that we weren't going to sell any books. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Shoe. But we sold a ton of books. Schuler's did great, and they just sent the books down with Janet's driver, and Janet visited our school, and she visited Suzanne Gibbs' school at Warner. And we sold almost every single book that they sent, which was super exciting. And the bookshop allowed us to keep the extra books for a week or two, and just in case any other kid wanted them. And Janet signed them, and kids were bringing in money in order forms after school, so success. And the kids were so into it, and her message was wonderful. It was wonderful, Mr. Shu. So I don't know, I was very proud of some people at Parma for making it happen. Mrs. Woolworth did a tremendous amount of work on the decorations, and she read her kid Einstein, and I read my kids Einstein, and you could tell that the third grade students were super prepared for the visit. And Miss Haney, principal, she did a great job of just communicating with parents about the order form through like an all call, so all the kids were reminded the day before, and she just posted it a bunch on her class Facebook page. So we're getting there, Mr. Shu. Parma's definitely, we're getting there. But looking forward to our next visit to see if we can even be more prepared and more on top of it. Totally rock it. I look forward, Mr. Shu, to another Newbery video next week. I'm a little over halfway done with my book. I'm reading it. I might actually be almost done with the book 2 weeks from now. I can't remember. The book that I'm reading now for the Newbery channel is Mr. Shu is in large print, and it's very fun. The pages go super fast. Anyways, whew, Mr. Shu going downhill. So this is a great way. You can hear the kids. They feel like they're on a roller coaster. Anyways, Mr. Shu, have a wonderful day. I will try to stop this video with my other hand. And as always, happy reading.